Hi, shalom friends. I'm sure you're all familiar with some of the legends of the genie. You know, you're given something and you touch it, you rub it, out comes a magical figure and says, I am at your disposal. You have 3 wishes. And every story has another of the 3 wishes. Usually it's between ludicrous and tragic, what they want. So I ask you, if you had a wish, if I gave you the opportunity for your wish to come true, and it's only one, what would you wish for? You know, you need chokhmah, you need wisdom, and you need divine assistance to know sometimes what to ask for. Very famous story. There are many versions of the story, but it goes something like this: that there was once the Tsar of Russia was on a trip. He was surrounded by his soldiers. He had his private guard, and one of the bystanders tried to assassinate or hurt the Tsar. And one of the soldiers very bravely jumped out and intercepted the knife and saved the Tsar's life. Of course, the Tsar was very appreciative, and after everything comes down, he calls in the soldier and he says, "What would you like?" And the soldier says, "You know, I live in a village and my roof leaks. I would like a new straw roof." To which the Tsar said, "Your wish is granted, but you are a fool. I ask you what you want. You could have asked for a palace. Instead, all you could think of is a straw roof." Now, it's a really important lesson to think about. You ask the average person on the street. I have asked many people that I've met, so what would be your wish? And they say stuff like, "I wish we could go back to pre-COVID." And I'm thinking to myself, that's your wish, to go back to pre-COVID? As if to say 3 years ago there was no opiate epidemic? Was there no sickness, sadness, relationship breakups, war? I mean, famine, droughts? I mean, it's a long list. Is that what you want to go back to? You have to know what to ask for. If we had a wish and we asked, it wouldn't be to go back before COVID. It would, I wish for a world of rectification, an improved world, a spiritual world, a holy world, a peaceful world, way beyond pre-COVID. You know, sometimes even asking for something holy is inappropriate. There's a well-known story amongst the mystics that some 500 years ago, the holy Arizal, the founder of what they call modern mysticism and Kabbalah, he had a beautiful custom that to usher in the Shabbos queen, Friday afternoon, he would go out in the fields together with his holy students, and they would meditate on the holiness of the Sabbath, and then they would sing a song welcoming the Shabbos. And this is obviously taking place before the sun actually sets. And this is the way they would welcome and prepare for the Holy Shabbos. And the story goes that one Friday, as they're out in the fields getting ready to welcome the Shabbos, the Arizal looks at his students and he says, "Would you like to welcome the Sabbath in the holy city of Jerusalem?" Now, the Arizal lived up north in Safat. Jerusalem, of course, is to the south. It's obviously not possible to travel from the city of Safat to Jerusalem 2 hours before Shabbos. But he asked very seriously, "Would you like to do this?" So they understood right away that if they said yes, somehow this holy person would create energies that would transport them. And before they could say yes, one student said, Rabbi, but our wives are waiting for us. Let us go back and tell our wives that we won't be spending Shabbat with them. And when the holy Arizal heard that, his countenance fell. And he said, you missed an opportunity. We will not be able to spend Shabbos in Jerusalem. Instead, we will spend Shabbos here, because the holy Arizal somehow knew that there was an opening in which, if they would have said yes, they want to receive the Sabbath, the Shabbos queen in the holy city of Jerusalem, that would have ushered in the day when the whole world would celebrate Shabbos. One great teacher spoke about this publicly at a gathering and asked, what did the students do wrong? In Jewish law, he did what was right. You just don't leave your home for Shabbos without telling your partner. So you didn't do anything wrong. Why is it that that opportune moment of redemption just flew by them? They didn't. And without going into all the details, he pointed out there are certain times in history when there's an opening. It's as if to say that there's a door that's always closed. And to open this door, you need a special code. And until that code is there, the door does not open. But occasionally, the door is open so they could do some cleaning. And at that time, it's possible to sneak into the room. There's a time of redemption. And there is a set time for when this redemption will take place. But there are also unusual, extraordinary moments in Jewish history when that door opens for some reason or other, and there's a glimmer of redemption. This holy mystic, the Arizal, was cognizant of that. And on Friday, in the northern city in the north of Israel, the Galil, he felt that opening. And he said to his holy students, do you want to go to Jerusalem now, before Shabbos? Now we could get there. They should have said yes. And then only after saying yes, maybe to talk about, should we tell our wives? Because this is a moment that just comes and literally goes. Now, I don't know anyone of the caliber of this holy mystic, but I think each and every one of us, in a mature way, could take 3 steps back and look at the last year and a half, or the last 2 years, and say, we have never experienced such times. In terms of sickness, in terms of interference of personal property, in personal just personal things to do, and where the government is involved. There have been lockdowns where tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of people have been told you have to stay home. Interference in everything. One thing is for sure, it has never happened in our lifetime before. Perhaps this is a way of indicating to us that there are changes in heaven. Doors which used to be opened are closing, and doors which are closed are opening. If the world is ready for a change, which it is, everyone is fatigued. They're sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? Everyone is fatigued from this. We want to change. We want to change desperately. Let's ask, let's pray, let's shout to the Almighty. We want a change, but we don't want to go to pre-COVID. We want a change which will be eternal. We want a change which will be enduring. We want a change literally for the better. Shalom.